Hi everyone, and welcome to TWC 411, Principles of Visual Communication. My name's Eva Grueling-Snyder, and I'll be your instructor this session. Consider this video your introduction to the course. I'll be walking you through what to expect, including a general overview, information about the schedule, our Blackboard site, and much more. First, though, I thought I'd tell you a little bit more about myself. In an online class like this one, community is a really hard thing to build, and one of the best ways to build community is just to learn more about each other, which is why your very first assignment is going to ask you to tell the class more about yourself. So here I am doing that. My full name is Eva Grueling-Snyder, but you can just call me Eva. That's what I would prefer. If you'd prefer to call me Professor Grueling-Snyder, that's fine, but just Eva is the best. I'm an instructor of technical and professional writing, both here at Arizona State University and face-to-face at Ball State University in Muncie, Indiana. I also do both document and web design and web development. On a freelance basis, I do some consulting work. I teach some continuing education classes and do other kinds of additional freelance and miscellaneous jobs. Personally, I'm a huge gamer. I play a lot of both video games and Euro board games. I actually do some writing for strategy guides for one of my favorite online games and get some freelance pay for that. I also am a big fan of craft beer, and I do some home brewing. Mostly dabbling. I'm not particularly good at it, but I've homebrewed a number of beers and hard apple ciders as well. You can learn much more about me, both professionally and personally, on my fact sheet, which is available in our Blackboard site under Meet Your Instructor. So, what is this course that you're getting into? As the title implies, Principles of Visual Communication is a class about visual communication. Visual communication, at its core, is about how we as human beings connect to each other and communicate messages via visual means, images, graphics, documents, and so on. In particular, this is what's referred to as a production course. I'll be using this word a lot, it's production, because while we will be discussing theories and principles of visual communication, the emphasis is on applying those principles and producing things, rather than just theorizing and thinking about principles of visual communication. My expectations for students in this course is that beginning designers or non-designers will leave feeling a little bit more confident and capable of producing document designs in the workplace. If you're a non-designer, I would hope that you can leave here designing some basic things like some flyers or postcards or emails or things like that. Intermediate designers, I would hope, would pick up some more expert tips and some extra experience to kind of push them from intermediate up to at least fluent designers. And expert designers, I would hope that you guys would stretch yourselves, that you would take this opportunity to really do some interesting and really different things with your designs, and that you'll start to think about how to externalize your design knowledge, because most expert designers have a very internal and tacit sense of how to produce good designs, and this class can help you really externalize that and think about it, as well as stretch yourself as a designer. I know that the students in this class come from a variety of backgrounds. Just this semester we have technical communication, interdisciplinary studies, nutrition, philosophy, graphic information technology, music, architecture, biochemistry, and about a half dozen other majors. There's a ton of different kinds of students, different levels in this class, both on campus and off campus. And so as a result, I understand that everybody's going to have a diverse background here. And as such, I'm going to be looking at your work in the context of that. How good of a designer were you coming into the course? How good of a designer were you when you left the course? What kinds of designs are you going to be producing in your professional life, and so on. This course is 7 weeks long, and the first and second week of the course will be introductory weeks. These weeks cover the theories of visual communication as well as document design processes, including sketching, which is one of the primary processes that you'll be following, and learning the Adobe Creative Suite, which there will be more later in this video on. The 7th week of the class is focused on the portfolio, which I will also cover later and elsewhere. Everything in between them, units or weeks 3 through 6, are focused on specific principles of visual communication. In particular, these are what are referred to as production units, and these are where you'll actually be producing your own designs, as in weeks 3 through 6. In general, readings and discussion boards are due on Wednesdays. This is in order to ensure that you have the weekend for assignments, because discussion board responses are due that following Friday, and the assignment is going to be due on the Monday following that. The first couple of weeks don't fully follow this pattern, but weeks 3 through 6, the production units follow this same pattern. If you just look at our schedule, you'll see that pattern. If this pattern does not work for your schedule, and I understand that everybody has different work schedules and everybody can make different things work within their schedule. If this does not work with your schedule, talk to me. Just shoot me an email and I will make arrangements with you. In general, the assignments can be done at different times. However, the one thing that really can't change much is the discussion board responses, because those are time sensitive, and as such those aren't particularly flexible. But in general, I'm really willing to work with your schedule, so please let me know if the times things are due consistently just don't work for you, and we'll see what we can do to kind of accommodate your schedule. So I mentioned that weeks 3 through 6 are your production weeks. These are the ones where you'll be producing your own document designs. Here I'd like to talk a little bit about what those designs will be. In particular, there are 4 design assignments, and they are an identity package, which includes a logo, letterhead, and business card. A color brochure, which is a brochure covering information on a particular color, including things like color palettes. A restaurant menu, which you'll be doing with pre-existing content that I will provide through the assignment. And a type poster, which is, you can actually see some on the wall behind me. A type poster is a poster for an event using typography as its focal point and using only typography and drawing tools. After you complete these 4 assignments, during week 7, you will be completing what's referred to as a design portfolio. This is essentially a portfolio collecting revised versions of all 4 of those designs in it, along with additional materials. I cover that in a different section on the syllabus in Blackboard, and I've also recorded a video and put it on there for you to watch so that you can understand what the portfolio is, as well as why we're doing it. So once you're done with this video, go check out that video to learn more about the portfolio. If you've looked at our syllabus, you'll notice that there are no required course texts for this course. All readings will be available online. However, there is one major component here that you will need to secure access to, and that's the Adobe Creative Suite. The Adobe Creative Suite is a series of industry standard programs used by creative professionals, everybody from architects to animators to document designers to web authors and so on, to produce creative work. In particular, you'll be using two programs, Adobe InDesign and Adobe Illustrator. There's more information about those programs on our syllabus, as well as ways for you to locate those programs and information about how you will be learning those programs. So please check out the syllabus in order to learn more about the Adobe Creative Suite, and if you have any questions about it, drop me a line and I'm happy to answer them. Our Blackboard site is comprised of several different sections, which generally have about 3 different links within them. So at the top of our Blackboard site, you'll see a welcome to the course, meet your instructor, and your first assignment, which is the introduce yourself discussion board forum. Underneath that, you'll find information about our syllabus, schedule, and other course information. Elsewhere, you'll also find things like discussion boards, assignments. There's a hallway conversations discussion board that's just for you to communicate with other students in the class. There's a My Grades section. There's an email tool for you to email students through and so on. Please just browse our Blackboard site, get a sense of the different pages. The Welcome to the Course page at the very top, that page has basically everything you'll need to know about the Blackboard site, including a bullet-by-bullet walkthrough of what each of the different pages on our Blackboard site does. As I just mentioned, the very first assignment you'll be completing is a discussion board form titled Introduce Yourself. You'll be making a fact sheet for that forum, introducing you to the rest of the class. You'll also be required to respond to other students' posts. Again, I want you to build a sense of community, learn each other's names, know who each other are, because you'll be communicating with each other throughout the class via discussion board. So complete that one. That needs to be completed by Wednesday, January 13th, and then check the schedule in Blackboard for further tasks. So you have things due Friday, January 15th, and continuing on, so check the schedule from there on out. Thanks for watching this video, and I look forward to working with everybody.